Stop doing this if you're in the hobby. I'm Matt, this is Isaiah with 9for1 Sports Cards. We're gonna go through some do's and don'ts that you need to know about if you're in the sports card hobby. This could be for beginners, if you've been in the hobby a long time. These are some of the things that we feel you need to be aware of. So what are some do's, Isaiah?
So I'm gonna talk about like the Pokemon aspect side of it. Whenever someone asks me, they come in here and is like, hey, I wanna get into Pokemon, I feel like I'm late. I always tell them you're never too late.
Yeah.
If you wanna start without breaking the bank, I always just tell someone, just collect your favorite Pokemon. There's always gonna be little $1, $5, $10 cards out there of your favorite Pokemons that are cute. I mean, we have a bunch of them right here. Look, this is a little $10 Charizard.
Super cute.
Yeah. $4, I mean.
Very cute.
Very, yeah. It's, you know, a different Pokemon, but you know, you get what I'm saying. Like, just start off with finding what Pokemon you like, and that's how you can sit there and build your collection into whatever you're trying to build it into.
Yeah, that's a good do. I mean, I would say the same thing for sports too, right? Yeah, there's those hype chasers and those rookies that you want to get, but I give people the same advice with sports. I'm like, hey dude, who's your favorite player? Who's your favorite team? You know, like when you have a favorite team, like I like the Texans, I love when I find old Texans players cards that are literally going for pennies on the dollar because nobody cares, because they didn't do anything. But I remember watching them. Big do, in our opinion, in the hobby is collect cards that you like, right? I mean, that's like part of the hobby. I think that's a staple in anybody's collection. There should be cards that they actually like. Players, Pokemon, you know, things that they like. I'd piggyback off of that with a don't, in my opinion, in the hobby, and that's being very aware of buying players, I'm gonna talk more sports, at their peak. Like, don't do that. I mean, we have a video on here that you can go back where I talk about rookie quarterbacks and why it's a bad investment in their rookie year, which I still stand by for the majority of time. They just keep going up and up and up. And so I'll use the Jaden Daniels example, which I used in that video as well. If you were buying his cards last year, it was just at this like all-time high. If you're getting into the hobby and you're, okay, I wanna make some money, I mean, yeah, there's like windows there where you can make some money, but it's like trying to time the stock market, right? And you know, his things kept going up, but it was like, well, maybe there were some cards that didn't, there were some that were. The older set didn't go up as fast as the newer set, blah, 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 blah. Now, let's say Jaden Daniels is who you're looking for. I mean, his cards are at all-time lows, and he's still got a lot of upside, in my opinion. I think he can bounce back. If you know, if Jaden Daniels, I guess what I'm saying is your favorite player, right? And you're like, oh, they told me to buy my favorite players. You know, you just want to be cognizant and aware of when you're buying those guys. So what I would say to don't do is buy when you just see the peak rising, like on these guys, right? What I would recommend you do instead is you buy into sports card breaks, so you got a chance of getting your guy at a very low cost. So that's a don't for me. You got any don'ts?
Well, let me piggyback off that and let me ask you. So for someone that does Pokemon, I know sports, but I don't do the sports cards. For example, Jaden Daniels, you said he's at an all-time low.
Right now, yeah.
Would you say to then buy Daniels now?
Yeah.
Like, is it one of those things, if I came in here, hey, I want to move from Pokemon to sports, how should I get into it? Jaden Daniels is one of my favorite players. His rookie year, I saw his cards were so high, too expensive for me. Now I see them super low. Would this be the best time to buy Jaden Daniels then, if you are a believer?
That's a great, I was gonna say, if you're a believer, that's like phase one. Like, do you believe in this guy, right? Personally, I kind of do. Like, would I go bet the whole bank on him? Personally, no. But like, I do think he's gonna bounce back. So I would, to answer your question, is twofold. I'd say yes, especially if you like Jaden Daniels, this is the best time to buy it, right? Because right before the start of the season, which is going to be July, everything goes back up no matter who you are. If you're the starter, your cards are going back up, like not tremendously, but you know, there's hype, people want. So right now in off season, best time. But I would also say just be aware that you're probably not going to see the same peaks that you saw in his rookie year. Okay. It's very rare that like those cards get back to where they were. I'll give you a perfect example. I mean, this is an obscure like inflated example, but like Trevor Lawrence rookie card, rookie year 2021. Oh my gosh, those things were at all-time high. Trevor Lawrence is actually playing better now.
Right, yeah.
But his cards are not anywhere close to what they were in 2021. So just something to be aware. But yeah, I do think there's upside. If Jaden Daniels makes a run, goes to the Super Bowl or goes back to the NFC Championship, like, yeah, they will go up from where they are right now.
Okay.
And it's a good time, especially if you like him. Yeah.
I guess a don't in Pokemon is don't have FOMO. And that's one of the biggest things, because once someone starts seeing a card, so example, this is the perfect card right here, the Bubble Mew.
Oh, we got another one. Nice.
When this card came out, it was an $80 card. I told people, and this isn't a first-hand experience because I had 15 of these. I said, this card will rise because someone is going to manipulate the market for it. 6 months later, this card shot up from $80 to $500. And then in a PSA 10, it went from $1,000, and then it shot up to $2,000. People were just having FOMO. Do not have FOMO. There's going to be so many cards. Pokemon is always going to keep coming out with cards just like the Bubble Mew. If you have the money to spend it, then spend it. But if you're just trying to get into Pokemon and not trying to break the bank, don't sit here and buy what everyone's buying. Because if they're buying this card, that means all the other cards are not going up in value. It's like just like sports. If people are buying Jaden Daniels, all Jaden Daniels cards are going to keep going up. In Pokemon, it's not really like that. You can see this one Bubble Mew is shooting up, and there's going to be, if Mew is your favorite Pokemon, Mew is going to have a bunch of other cards that are just going to sit there and stay at whatever value it was. Maybe a couple of the cards that are like it will go up, but not every single Mew card. In sports, Jaden Daniels goes up, all Jaden Daniels cards go up, except obviously like the base, those cards. But that would be a don't for Pokemon.
I want to throw a quick don't out there, because I feel like somebody needs to hear this that's listening to this. Don't, or please stop taking all the wax off the Walmart and Target shelf and shoving it in your closet. That died in 2021. 2020, 2021, 2022, that kind of like ended. So I'm trying to help you here. I can't tell you how many times people come into our store with a bunch of wax that they got from Walmart and Target, like, how much would you give me for all this? I'm like, dude, I'm gonna give you like less than half of what you paid, because that's how much it's worth. So just throwing that out there, that is a big don't. I mean, that's a whole other video about how that was a thing at one point. Personal opinion, as someone in a card store, I would just say I would stay away from that. I would say, hey, if you're in the store line at Walmart and you got an extra $60 and you want to rip a mega box, grab a mega box, rip it, have some fun, see what you pull. That's what I'd recommend you do with that. I got a question.
Okay.
Pokemon wax, is all of it gonna go up no matter what over time?
No.
Like, should I just buy as much as I can and hold on to it in my closet?
No. With Pokemon wax, certain things will go up tremendously. There's certain things that maybe will go up $20 over 5 years. And it's like, are you really gonna hold something for 5 years just to go up from $80 to $100? No. When it comes to Pokemon wax, the things I would hold on to: Pokemon Center ETBs. We all know what those go for. And if you don't know what they go for, Pokemon Center ETB is an ETB that has the word Pokemon Center on top of, above whatever the set is. We sold out the ones that we had. You can only get it from the website. That's the only way you can get it. And there's a certain limit. Once they sell out, the only way is to get it from whoever bought it and is reselling it. And those will go for $50 MSRP, and resale is between $200 to $1,000, again, depending on the set. And the older the set and the better the set, it goes way higher. For example, 151 that came out 2 years ago, Pokemon Center ETB MSRP was $50, $60. That Pokemon Center ETB goes for $1,000 now. Yeah, wow. And it's only been 2 years. There's sets that have been out for 5+ years, and they haven't even reached that level of price value to hold on to that. So for sealed, you always want to keep certain sealed products locked away if you're in it for money wise, but that's also, you have to wait a long time. That's the thing about sealed. People think they could just make a quick flip in 2 months, which sometimes you can, but if you want to think long term, it's like a stock market. You'll see little dips and dives, but the longer you wait, the higher that you'll make in return, you know, your ROI.
Yeah, I feel similar a lot on the sports stuff. But guys, that is our do's and don'ts. Hopefully you made it all the way to the end here, and if you did, we would love if you hit the subscribe button, drop a comment, let us know what you think. We're here for you. We want to bring you the info. We're going to pretend like we know everything, so we'd love to hear what you think.